In any normal year, I'd expect to be harvesting my tomatoes from around about mid-July onwards. Well, this hasn't been a normal year in terms of the weather. It's rained and it's been cold and pretty miserable. So the tomato crop, what we have of a crop, is rather late this year. We're now into early October, so into the autumn, and most of my tomatoes are like this. Now, they should have ripened weeks ago and should have been harvested weeks ago. And actually I've got a greenhouse full of green tomatoes at the moment. Now, these don't need to be wasted. These can go back to the kitchen, and what we're going to do back there is use them to make a green tomato chutney. Tomatoes will come in all sorts of sizes. You've got big like that, medium like that one, or smallish like that. Now what you need to do is chop them so that they're all the chunks are around about the same size. That one I'm going to halve, that one into quarters, that one into eighths. Once they're all chopped, get them into the preserving pan. In the jam pan we have 2 kilos of chopped green onions, and we're going to add in 900 grams of chopped apples, and then we're going to follow this with the same weight in chopped onions, and then 100 grams of raisins, 450 grams of soft brown sugar, 4 large cloves of garlic crushed, and then for the spices we're going to add in a teaspoonful of turmeric, a teaspoonful of ground cloves, and 2 teaspoonfuls of ground pepper. And finally we are going to add in 600 millilitres of white wine vinegar. Then, well, as you can see, this is now boiling. So what we're going to do is turn down the heat and let it simmer for about an hour and a half. And basically we're going to aim for the liquid to thicken up and all this to reduce down a little bit. Well, it's now been simmering for about an hour and a half, and as you can see it's thickening up quite a bit, but there's still a reasonable amount of liquid on there. So I want that to be thicker before we take it off the heat, so we're going to leave it on for a bit longer to try and drive off a bit more of that liquid, but otherwise it's reduced down quite a reasonable amount. And finally, as you can see, this is now a nice thick consistency, so this is now ready. Well, that's one of the 9.5 jars of green tomato chutney that we made from the 2 kilos of green tomatoes. Our problem is that we've still got lots of green tomatoes to get through, so we'll be looking at other recipes to try in the near future and get those green tomatoes used up.